Every family, every memory, every victory. Here, traditions are made and history comes to life. Witness the next chapter of the story at the best short track in the world. It's Bristol, baby.
It is Bristol Motor Speedway, and we are live here from the last great Coliseum here in Bristol, Tennessee, set for the playoffs to begin tonight, round number one, race number one. It is the Strictly Street Stock Series. 10 drivers into playoffs. It looks like only 9 are actually here at the moment from what I'm seeing. But it should be, make that 10 now. It should be a fun race here. We got about 4 minutes left in practice. On top of the board, Thomas Frisk, one of the newcomers over the past couple seasons. I think it's his first full-time season. Has done a fantastic job this season. Watch for him to make a splash. He is currently on top of the board here in the standings tonight. From what I've seen, he said he wasn't very confident in tonight's race, so we'll have to wait and see. Levi Allen also here. He is in the playoffs. Joe Burchett, Todd Chase Jr., Donnie as well, as we get set to go green here in just a moment. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Trackside Racing Network. I'm your host, Adam Chapman, here with you once again. As I mentioned, week number, I think it's our 11th race of the season. And getting ready to go green here in just a couple minutes, about 2.5 minutes left. And we'll be going here momentarily with qualified. I want to talk a little bit about one of the favorites, Donnie, in the car tonight. He has currently 3 wins. Currently, the number 00 car sits 5th in the practice boards. Do not count him up by any means, because I feel like that's where he always practices at. Somewhere 5th through 7th, and then somehow miraculously pulls off a big win at the end. So he does have 3 wins, as I mentioned. Thomas on top of the board. He's got 2 wins this season. We can actually go back and look here at some of these wins from some of these guys. If we go back and look at the schedule, Alex Vasalio started off at Darlington, which was our normal championship race. Flipped this season to Darlington Raceway, where Alex picked up the win. Kendrick Cryer, who is not in here, he actually did not qualify for the chase, but he did pick up win number 2 from Lanier Speedway Dirt. And from there, we move on to Worldwide Technology, where Donnie picked up his first win of the season. Then the one after that, it was Levi Allen picking up the win at the new Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. After that, it was a fantastic race between William Kruska and Alex Vasario over at Rockingham. That one came down to the wire. That was a fantastic race between there. December 2nd, we seen Joe Burchett take his first win of the season and put it in victory lane at New Hampshire. Then from there, we move on to the dirt track at Charlotte, where Donnie picked up yet his 2nd win. From there, we go to Martinsville Speedway, which was a fantastic race that seen Joe Burchett and Thomas Frisk battle it out at Martinsville, where Thomas picked up the win. From there, Langley Speedway, where we see Joe Burchett and Donnie battle it out, and Donnie picked up the win. From there, we go to Irwindale, the last race of the regular season last week. What a fantastic race, where it see Joe Burchett getting edged out by Thomas Frisk. Once again, Joe finished in 2nd about the 3 of the past 4 races, which is actually really surprising to see that. So, actually, he may have finished, he's finished 4th. Out of the last 5 races, Joe has finished 2nd 4 times. So, that's actually kind of surprising. So, we are here at Bristol Motor Speedway, where we do look forward to tonight's race and see what is going to happen here tonight. We'll hop over to the big screen and get ready to go racing here at Bristol, Tennessee. Thunder Valley set to get underway for the playoff race. Strictly Street Stocks about to kick off real quick tomorrow night. Daytona International Raceway Road Course. We will be live for the Red Sox Racing League. And then following that, we will be live for the Rays Energy Truck Series. I think we're going to be over at Auto Club, I believe, tomorrow night. So that's going to be a good one. But Daytona and Auto Club tomorrow night. And then, of course, this weekend, we will be at Watkins Glen on Sunday night for the American Sim Racing League. All right, it is time to go qualifying here for playoff race number 1. All 10, actually we are missing a driver because Casey Flegel, I don't think he actually made the playoffs. So we need to actually check who are we missing in the playoffs. Gary Schmidt, not here at the moment. So, qualifying underway. We're going to jump down and you can see the number 1 rolling out. He's going to be our first car that we watch. Here in the playoffs, Mountain Dew, who may have just got a penalty for going above that line. We'll have to wait and see, but either way, yep, he did. So we'll hop down to Alex Rosario and see what the number 21 can do here on his current lap. Looks like the sun is starting to set, so track times or track laps are picking up here just a little bit. Alex 16.367. Yeah, it definitely track time looks like to be picking up. Levi Allen qualifying second at the moment. We'll see Mike Weber. Actually, Brian Kidda goes to second on the charts. We'll watch him for his second lap. Mike Weber goes to the top, or Weber goes to the top of the board. Brian Kidda across the start finish line 16.449. Brian's finished second a couple times, I believe, in the championship, at least once that I can recall. But Brian actually has got knocked back to fourth. Donnie qualifies currently P3. Todd Chase of 16.422. That's going to be good enough for P4 at the moment. Thomas Frisk out on track as well. We will watch Todd here for his second lap and see what kind of lap the number 1 street stock puts down. A little bit of a blink there, so I'm not sure if this lap is going to count for Todd. It looks like it does, but not going to be quick enough. Here is Thomas. Number 54 going to the top of the board, it looks like. Yes, a 16.264 for the driver of the 54. Good lap there, running that low line. Through 3 and 4 this time. Joe Burchett heading out on track. And Thomas looks like he is shutting the car down. That will give us a chance to go over here and watch the 10 car who hasn't got a lot of practice. We'll see what he does here in the practice, or in the qualifying session. Remember I said he finished second 4 times in a row. Had the race won last night until teammate Derek Pemberton, him and a couple others made contact late in that race, coming to the white flag. Gave us a green-white checker, and Joe actually lost that by about, well, they actually tied at the line. Across the line, going to be tight on time. Looks like P3 for Joe Burchett. Casey Flegel out on track. Joe wasn't very happy last week, but that's racing. Casey Flegel working off turn 4, coming to the start-finish line. 16.391, not horrible. Going to put him P6. Waiting on Derek Pemberton to head out. He is the only car that has yet to roll. And for some reason, he always likes taking his precious sweet time. I guess he just likes watching everybody qualify. I don't really know. So he is sitting there, and you can see him in his pretty little pink car rolling out. I think that's My Little Pony, I believe, is what we got tonight. So that is Derek as he begins his qualifying effort here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Derek, this is not really now his home track. I guess when you say Nashville's more his home track now than anything. Hopefully, anyway, it will be soon. And we'll see what Derek can do. Current lap 16.363. Going to be good enough for P4. On the same road as Joe Burchett. Derek probably a little disappointed, I'm going to guess, with that lap, but still 4th place, not bad. So right now, your top 5 is 4 playoff contenders with Mike Weber right in the mix. We got about 50 seconds before we transfer over to the main race here from Bristol. Not sure what the weather is. I don't actually have that on this ticker, so unfortunately do not know. But anyway, we know the track is cooling down as the sun continues to set. Also, this is a single pit, so these guys do have to enter off turn 3 during caution. Or, I'm sorry, not off turn. Is it off turn 3? Yeah, off turn 3 and exit off in turn. Okay, hold on. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I can't remember where they enter and exit. It's either turn 3 or turn 4. One of the two they enter there. But anyway, ready to go. As the gridding process has began, you're going to look down live at the pit lane. As Thomas Fritz is going to be leading us to the green flag as you look at your starting lineup here for tonight's event. Like I said, this should be a good one. Even though we only got 10 cars, this has been, we've seen it last week with a very good race last week. So I do not really expect this one to be much different. I really wish iRace would let us drive through the pits here because this would be an awesome pit lane to go to if you're a winner. I know they're probably not listening, but let us drive the pit lane or victory lane on these tracks. That'd be awesome. So there goes Thomas rolling off 2 wins this season alongside the 13 of Mike Weber. 2 laps around the last great Coliseum here at Bristol Speedway. Going to be curious to see if this line moves up, especially now that the track is continuing to cool. I'm going to guess that it will eventually. If we do get a long run, I'm going to say it will. Tires are not extremely important here. Here we go. One fast repair for these guys, and hopefully they don't have to use it, but who knows. That pink car really stands out on our broadcast. Oh, Lord. Pace car drops in, waiting for the green. And I forgot to cut my spotter off, but the green flag is out. And we will cut that off here momentarily, by the way. Yeah, these cars are actually really quiet from up here. There we go. Down into turn 1, Joe Bachet putting the bumper already to that 54. Definitely not a shot from last week by any means. Joe going to look to the outside here early. Watch the run. He is going to get a big run. There goes the 54. He's getting loose. He's going to bring it up in the middle of the track.
Yellow flag.
Big wreck. Boom. More trouble involved. As the first caution of the night comes out early. Low tire pressure building up, and the 54, Thomas, who said he wasn't very comfortable, gets loose up into the 13. It actually comes down. The 13 and into Brian Kidda, it looked like. Now, Brian, I believe, actually, it was Mike Weber that got some. I know it was Brian Kidda that got some right there. And Todd Chase got a little bit of it as well. But unfortunately for Brian Kidda, he's probably going to have to use that quick repair. Real quick, guys. Let me turn off the spotter and stuff because you guys do not want to hear that. So turn that off and turn that off. And also turn that up just a little bit. Alright, so this caution, as you guys may or may not know, will have a single file restart because we did not complete 1 lap. So cars are on pit road, and this is going to be the interesting thing with pit road here. I don't know how much damage and stuff you're going to be able to get done under caution here with this because of the long pit road that you have to take. So that was what's kind of interesting to me. It's only 10 cars. Wasn't really much of a need with 2 pit roads, but I kind of get it to kind of keep it more realistic. I guess I can see it, but either way. So Kidda is coming down. Oh goodness, hit the wrong button. Takeda down, getting, actually he's coming back down pit road, it looks like, this time. Thomas Frisk, Mike Weber has already been done. I'm not sure if actually Thomas took that fast repair. It looks like that he did not. That's a smart call. If you can get away with not taking your fast repair, I think that's kind of the best idea. Brian kind of had to, just because the damage he had. It looks like Todd Chase did not take his quick repair. I think that's a smart idea. Mike here, I'm trying to see if he did. Don't look like he did as well, from what I'm seeing. Either way, we're about to go back green. Of course, single file restarts, which I think we're on single file restarts anyway. So, pace car, drop it to the left. Green flag set to come out. It is once again Joe Burchett up front here at Bristol. Alex Rosario in in second with Derek Pemberton now P3. Through turns 3 and 4 this time, right at your screen. Off turn 4, Burchett going to lead that lap as well. Battle right now going to be a little bit further back. I believe that's a battle for 4th. Levi Allen and Casey Flegel. Ooh, Flegel gets a little loose out of the corner. Dropping back down. Pemberton took a peek underneath Alex Rosario. Looks like he may be there, and that has kind of changed now. Single file a little bit further back. Burchett, 16.323. New fastest lap of the race. Watching Derek Pemberton right now in that 82. Let's hop on board. On board the 82, looking to the inside, right on that bottom side. Kind of like an old Bristol look, I guess, even though it is street stocks. Going to be racing Bristol here in a couple of weeks as well. Over at the American Sim Racing League. Really looking forward to doing that. Still riding on board with Derek Pemberton. Now looking up, we'll jump back just a little bit. It's Todd Chase side by side with the 88 of Casey Flegel. Down into the corner. Todd on the inside. The run from the outside is pretty strong, so it is tough to make these passes. Especially once we start getting some tire wear onto these cars. And you can see Casey was able to hold on to 5th. Battle right now going to be right here with Thomas now looking to the inside of Todd Chase. Todd goes to the high lane. Thomas on the inside, not quite clear yet. Mike Weber also trying to take advantage of that. Like I said, we will be at Bristol January the 31st. Over in the ASL League, so looking forward to that as well. Thomas now setting his sights on the 88. Casey's still in that middle of the high line. Oh, Casey gets some of the wall. Keeps it going. Here comes Thomas to the inside. One thing about Bristol, you're going to get some of the wall at some point tonight. Just depends how well you can kind of correct it. Casey did a pretty good job. Oh, Mike Weber got really loose, but he was able to take that spot away as well. Derek Pemberton, Levi Allen, nose to tail. Looking back, you can see 41. On board with the 82 at the moment. My Little Pony number 82. Watch the run. Yeah, Levi's going to, flatten out the corner a little bit. On the exit underneath the 82. Derek's main goal, I believe, for this race would be keep it top 4. Good save there by Derek. That was pretty awesome. Let's watch this on board. Oh yeah, almost lost that. Good save. Please stay green. Well, looking at lap times, This right here is about what I expected. A lot of people did not think we would have a lone green flag run. I kind of felt like Bristol, in the street stock, you tend to have that. Especially with only 10 cars, you shouldn't really have an issue with going green for a very long time. The curiosity question is going to be, though, once we get to that point where the tire wear really starts to fall off, do we see these cars move up? We'll check lap times here at the line. We'll check a 5.65. Fastest car the last 3 laps has been Levi Allen. He's sitting third at the moment. We'll check it again here in a moment. He ran a 5.41. And once again, Levi Allen a little bit faster than everybody in the field with a 5.48. If we continue to watch Joe Burchett, our race leader, try to drive away from these guys. That time, Burchett a little bit faster than Allen. Let's check it this time. At the line, it looks like it's going to be a 16.596. And Levi Allen a 5.79. But the good news is Joe has a pretty big cushion. And Levi not gaining a ton by any means. Casey Flegel into the wall right in front of Todd Chase Jr. 88's gotten into the wall a couple times here tonight. I'll tell you a big factor right now. He's sitting back in 10th. That is Donnie in at 00. That is a driver that we talked about that Derek Pemberton actually called him a threat. He said that he's going to be a guy that you got to kind of watch here in this chase. With that many wins, he did not get it by accident. Mike Weber actually looking underneath Thomas here for the 5th position. I'm surprised how quiet these cars actually are here. It's a great looking view though on board Mike Weber's car. Both of these guys kind of working up behind Derek Pemberton. You see Thomas right here, right on the back bumper of that number 82. A little bit of information about this series as well is this first round of playoffs. I haven't talked about it. The first round of playoffs is 3 races. The second round only 2 races. And then the last race is only 1, of course. So we do go to Bristol here tonight. Lima Land next week. That's going to be a wild one when we go to Lima Land. That's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that one, actually. USA Speedway, everybody's very familiar with that place. That's going to be a good race. And that's going to end round 1. And then we roll into round 2 with some more dirt racing action of Volusia from the Dirt Street Stockton in North Wilkesboro. Sure, Mr. Derek Pemberton is trying to look forward to going there. He likes that place, so that's going to be a good race for him, I believe. Right now, he's got his hands full with Thomas here in that 5th position. And then the final race, of course, is Phoenix. You know, Derek's actually done a good job defending this spot, using that highline. Thomas getting a little loose on the bottom, but right there where Derek's running that middle groove, he is paying off on the exits. You can kind of see it right there. Oh, Thomas wants getting into the back of the 82. Kind of see it. Derek rolls the center really good. As it on the exit pulls out just enough where Thomas can't get a good run. Now, if Derek was to go up here and make a mistake, it would be different, and then Thomas would drive underneath. Levi Allen, by the way, has gotten around Alex Serlio. I meant to mention that as well. He is now P2. Mike Weber getting a little loose off the corner. Derek Pemberton still trying to hold on to P4 with Thomas Frisk putting a lot of pressure right now on that number 82. I'll watch this. The 54 moves up a line. Watch for him to try this. He's going to go high here. Yep, he's going to follow him. He's going to dive it down. Yep, there he goes to dive. That's how you're going to have to try to make a pass if you try to make it on the inside. Can this be enough? Oh, there was a little contact. That's probably not going to make that 82 very happy with Thomas. Now, remember, them two guys did have some words in this pass or this season. They since have worked it out, but Derek not going to be too happy with Thomas. No, maybe putting a little bumper to him, moving him up out of the groove, but it is Bristol as well, so we'll continue on. Now, back up to our race leader. Let's take a look at Levi Allen. He is 1.3 seconds behind Joe Burchett. It's a great view, by the way, of that. See 3 different lines being ran by top 3. At the line last time, Burchett ran a 16.710 with Levi Allen a 16.725. This time, Joe's going to be caught up behind the lap car this lap, but they was very close that time. A 7.13 for Joe and a 7.16 for second place of Levi Allen. This time, it's going to be a little bit more interesting. But how about Donnie going 1 lap down? That's a big one. So a little bit slower that lap, of course, with the lap car. Now, Levi will have to deal with this lap car as well. Donnie, of course, going to be a little bit more lenient probably towards second than he will for first. We're already on lap 46 here of this event, so this does not take very long to run it. Here they come at the start-finish line. My favorite view in this whole thing is right here. I love this view, especially when they're racing. I think it's really cool looking. Kind of sitting up in turn number 1. More towards the middle of turn 1 and 2. It's a great looking view. People that don't know, it's never been to Bristol, by the way. It's exactly what it looks like whenever you're up in the stands. So if you ever wanted to see what it looked like from the stands before you go to a racetrack, go there and actually check your seat. You can kind of get an idea, at least, of where your seat is and see how much of a view is going to be kind of be, you know, where you can't see the whole track. But Bristol, like I say, there is not really a bad seat. Maybe within the first like 20 rows. I would not recommend the first 20 rows. After that, you're good. But even row 20 is not horrible. Here comes Mike Weber underneath the 54. Now, Weber going to be doing the same thing that Thomas tried to do to Derek. He can get there, but it's so tough to pass on these long runs. I'm actually surprised that the groove has not moved up at all, really. It does help for you to be able to defend it. But as far as, you know, for the most part, it's been a low line track for the most part. So, I mean, you can still see it. Thomas right on the bottom. Up out of the corner. I want to mention Todd Chase has also now went a lap down, now going for a ride, almost losing it. Here's a replay. He may have had some help here from maybe the 41. We'll see. Oh, yeah, Levi definitely got into him a little bit. Actually, Levi got a little bit of damage from that. Todd gets into the wall. Now Todd's 1 lap down. Basically going to put Todd and Donnie next week into a really, you're going to have to fit really well for them in order to make it. Keep in mind, we eliminate 2 drivers the first, let me double check that. Hold on, we got 10. Yeah, we eliminate 2 drivers the first round, and then we go down to 4 drivers the second round. So we eliminate 4 the second, 2 the first round. Here we go, once again. Mike Weber still trying to close this gap up. on Thomas Frisk. Thomas does not want to lose his spot. This is a point in the playoffs for him, so he definitely does not want to give up his spot. As you see Thomas going under, took a peek underneath Todd Chase. Not going to be able to get it just yet. And Thomas was able to clear the lap car of Chase Jr. Casey Flegel underneath Brian Kidda. This is for 7th. Kidda does not want to give up his spot, but he may not have much of a choice. As Flegel going to take that spot away, move him up to P7. We pass verification. Less than 40 to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Laps continue to tick down. Oh. You see the 13 of Mike Weber going around the one car as well. You know, I'm sure the last thing Joe Bichette wants right now is a yellow. So just saying, we've seen this situation before, and I'm not saying nothing until the checker flag waves. Right now, nobody even touching him as far as times go. Casey Flegel actually just got around Derek Pemberton. Pemberton might have some issues going on. Or, not sure. Surely he didn't burn up his tires that quick at Bristol. Brian Kidda may be taking a peek. This is the two cars that got together last week. Was Pemberton and Brian Kidda. Late in the race that Joe Bichette unfortunately finished second on. Was a good race between. Oh, Pemberton in the wall. And he's just going to straighten it out, and Kidda goes around. One thing I'm looking at, Alex Cesario, it looks like he's kind of starting to run down Levi Allen just a little bit here. Well, not so much that time. There's Brian Kidda up to 7th. He is the 4th. Let's see. Todd Chase, Donnie's going to chase Brian Kidda, or Derek Pemberton, Brian Kidda. So Brian right now 7th. He is the 6th highest runner. Actually, I take that back. He is the 5th highest runner right now in the chase out of these guys. One, two, three, four, five. Joe Bichette coming up on the 82 of Derek Pemberton. Don't think you're going to see much of a fight here between these two. I'll be honest, I know Derek wants to stay on the lead lap, but just saying. Yeah, Derek's like, I'm not even going to mess with it this week. Derek just needs to make sure he stays in front of Donnie and Todd. It's the big thing. He did go a lap down, that's the thing here. So he is going to have a little bit of work to try to stay in front of that 00 before the end of this one. As we are getting ready to come to 26 laps to go. This does not take long. Oh, somebody got the wall. Todd Chase, maybe? get it? Yes, he did. Sparks fly. Watching Joe Burchett, our leader, out to a 3.2 second lead. I'm going to be honest, and I'm not taking a shot at Donnie whatsoever with the 3 wins. Joe is probably the favorite. Now, he did not get to win the championship last year because of a late race, or he missed the race in the next to last round, and then had a even though he was leading the race after that, he got caught in a wreck. It kind of did not allow him to win the race and basically eliminated him. And actually, it happened here at Bristol. Oh, we got the caution flag out, and that is not going to make the 1 happy or the 10 happy. I'm going to guess that pit road is going to be busy here. Looked like Mike Weber has had an issue. There he goes. Big spin into the wall. So pit road's going to be open, and I'm going to guess that everybody's going to come in. Lucky dog going to go to Donnie. That is not what Derek and them wanted to see, because Derek now going to stay a lap down. It's going to be curious to see what he does, as Joe is going to come down. He is going to have a pretty good gap between him and second. That's one good thing he's got going for him. Everybody else also coming down, so we're going to kind of watch Joe Burchett here on pit road. Very easy. You can get caught speeding here. That's one thing you do not want to do. Derek Pemberton's staying out. I think that's a smart move by him as well. If a caution does happen, there is that. You can take advantage of it. And here comes Burchett into the box. Chase also staying out, so he'll get his lap back as well. And how about a 2-tire stop for the 41? It's kind of surprising. Don't know if I like that call, to be honest. But we'll see how it pays off, as Joe Burchett is down. Levi Allen going to win the race off pit road. But we have been in this situation before with Joe Burchett in second. Oh, man. It's going to be pretty interesting here. Tom, if there's one person, we'll bump it. Sure. All right, so we are coming out to a shootout here at Bristol Motor Speedway at Thunder Valley. Who's it going to be? Levi Allen, Joe Burchett. Remember, Levi, 2 tires. This is single thaw restarts, so keep that in mind. That is, in a way, it's more of an advantage for Joe than it is for Thomas, I feel like, just because Joe can actually see when the 41 is going to go. These guys do, I believe, have to go on green, so got to keep that in mind as the pace car lights are off. And the pace car get ready to drop down as we get set to go here from Bristol, working on the backstretch. By the way, Derek Pemberton looks like he did come down pit lane. Him and Todd Chase both did. So, unfortunate for them. Not back on the lead lap yet, but we'll see how that all plays out. You never know. Caution could bring out another one. Get some of the last back. Pace car's in. Green flag set to come out. Green flag is out. They stack it up just a little bit. Levi Allen down and away. into turn one. Remember, we seen Joe Burchett last time put a pass on the high side. He looks to the inside of the 41. Yeah, 41's tires going to be a problem here for Levi Allen. I feel like Burchett going to take back the lead, but we'll have, well, here comes the 41 battling strong on the outside still. For how long? Joe gets loose. That's a big one. Still side by side working through turns 3 and 4. And Allen going to be able to take back the lead with that lap. Oh, he gets loose on the outside. Joe Burchett looking to the inside. Into turn 3 and 4 this time. Burchett still on the inside. Levi leading that lap. 41 got a little loose on the corner, but was still able to clear that 10. Does he drop back to the low side? Not much. Now he is able to clear. Joe Burchett falls in line. Thomas may take a peek to the inside. Oh, Levi gets loose. There goes Burchett. Levi got up in the marbles, and that will cost him a few spots as Alex Rosario now looks to the inside. This is a situation. Oh, the 21 gets loose. Now we are in a situation very similar to last week where it was Thomas versus Joe Burchett. Right now, Joe Burchett does not want a caution. He is yelling at his teammates this time and everybody else, please don't bring out a caution. Remember, we've seen this happen a couple times as you see Brian Kidda underneath Mike Weber. Brian Kidda going to take over that spot. It's going to move him up to 6. Now sets his sights on the 5 or the 88 of Casey Flegel. Or the 113 of Casey Flegel, should I say. Levi Allen battling back here for that second spot. Lap 93 going to go on the board this time. Joe Burchett continuing to pull away. The gap now 4/10 and growing a little bit. Make that 5/10. Like I said earlier, Joe has finished second in the last 4 races. So this is going to, if he can hang on, and everything has happened at the end of the race, that's what's kind of costing him everything. Allen in the wall. Keeps it going straight. I'm going to be honest, if yellow comes out, I don't see people pitting again. I don't think there's that big of a need here. But Burchett not even thinking about that yellow flag as he works through 3 and 4 this time. Battle still kind of on here for second as Allen's still trying to figure out a way to get around this 54. Maybe a bump coming here. Oh, he's looking to the inside. Not quite going to be there. Off the corner, 3 laps to go here from Thunder Valley. Biggest battle right now is in P2 at the moment. There's a battle happening back in 6 as well. Right there, Mike Weber looking underneath Brian Kidda is there side by side. Joe just wants to see Kidda in the wall. He may bring out the yellow on lap number 2. Will the yellow flag come out? Yellow flag is out. Joe Burchett was 100 feet from the start-finish line, and a yellow comes out. This is the 5th time that this has happened in a row. I'm sure he is so mad at the moment, especially with the 54 behind him. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that. That is wild. Thomas is like, well, we get another chance here. Now, keep in mind, last week, Thomas Frisk beat Joe Burchett. It was tied at the line. It was probably the closest finish it was the closest finish I've ever called. So, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. Joe Burchett up there in the marbles right now. That's weird. Anyway, Derek Pemberton's going to get the wave around and be back on the lead lap. He wanted that. Now, I'm going to be honest. If you're Derek Pemberton, I think you hit pit road. I think you come down pit road and get your tires because it's not going to hurt you. Brian Kidda does come down pit road. Remember, Brian has already used that quick repair, so. Oh, this was unexpected. I swear it's like a script. Alrighty, here we go. Pace light's about to go out. Next time by, it looks like. And Pemberton, by the way, does come down pit road. So now the two lowest in the playoffs. It all depends on Brian Kidda if he's able to not go a lap down. It will be Pemberton and Todd Chase, but once again, it all depends if Kidda does not go a lap down. So the pace car working off turn 4 this time. Pace lights are going to go out, and it does look like Brian Kidda may go one lap down here, unfortunately, for the 66. He hit pretty hard. I don't even know if he's able to drive at the moment. So it will be Todd Chase. How about that? Todd Chase, the previous champion for the last 2 seasons, and Brian Kidda, the guy that finished second to Todd Chase, is right now on the verge of being eliminated. Of course, there's still a couple races to make that up, but pace lights are out. Could Joe Burchett hold on to beat Thomas Frisk? Remember the last time we raced, as I mentioned, tied at the line. Thomas getting another shot here at Bristol to do the same thing. Or Joe Burchett. You're probably going to see a really aggressive 10 car, I'm going to be honest. Pace car is in. Green flag set to come out. Green flag is out. Steve Allen took a peek to the inside early here. Wasn't able to get there. Thomas Frisk with the run out of turn number 2. Not able to get there at the moment. Looking for the white flag. May have a wreck going on behind them. Not at the moment. Out of turn 4. White flag this time. Wrecking behind them. Mike Weber in the wall. Big wreck here at Bristol. Joe Burchett's going to have to try to drive through this, I think, on the front stretch. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Off turn 4. Burchett finally going to get it done here at Bristol. Winner here this afternoon. Thomas Frisk going to finish second. Levi Allen finishes P3. Fourth going to go to Alex Cesaro. Casey Flegel, Derek Pemberton, Mike Weber. Donnie going to finish in 8th. Todd Chase, followed by Brian Kidda. There is your race winner here tonight. It is Joe Burchett putting it on the victory lane here in the 10 car. And a much needed win here tonight. You see Derek Pemberton showing up beside him, kind of congratulating. There you go, you got it. We're going to talk to Joe here as well. With the pink 82. Well, Joe Burchett, it's Adam Chapman up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
P1, man. This has to feel really nice. I bet your heart just dropped again when you see the caution come out.
Yeah, I think it's been like the 3rd week in a row that we've had a late race caution like that, and I thought we was going to have another one stolen from us. Luckily, we didn't screw ourselves earlier in the race, and we actually did pit when everybody pitted there, which we got a long enough run to, I think it forced everybody down. It wasn't a lot of strategy. It still was a little bit because I think Levi took 2 tires, and I was actually really surprised at how well they actually still worked. I would have thought the lefts would have been really worn out and caused it to be a little too tight. But he's able to stick in there, and we just I think it kind of paid off. We was able to duck in right behind him, and I think he just hit the marbles a little bit and got him a little loose, and we drove right underneath him. And uh, at that point, we kind of tried to keep that gap, and then somehow we got another late race caution, like he said. And at that point, I was going to mirror drive all I could on that restart if anybody got close enough to me. I was mashing the throttle, and
I bet.
I wasn't using it to brake him last 2 laps at all.
Yeah, I bet. So let me ask you, man. It looked like it was prominently a low line. You was able to run kind of the middle to defend off people. Did the line change on your part? I mean, you was pretty much glued to the bottom all night.
Yeah, the by yourself, I think the line pretty much stayed on the bottom. If you got a little bit racy, you can move up just a little bit. Like restarts and stuff, the high line would kind of work for a few laps. But if you got single filed out and you kind of knew how to run on the bottom without hitting the apron, it was definitely the quickest way around. So yeah, I think the bottom still was the preferred groove all night long.
For sure on that one, man. Well, good job. You definitely deserve this one after finishing second 4 times in a row. Shout out to all that you want to give out.
Just all my sponsors, Sellers, Swamp Dust, everybody on the car. Right now, I can't even think of all of them. My team overtake, and you guys for doing the broadcast, and Todd and his admin group putting on the league. All the guys that showed up tonight, and everybody out there watching.
Hey, good job, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. There you go. There is Joe Burchett. And next up, we're going to talk to Thomas, who finishes second here tonight. Almost did the same thing you did last week, which was, definitely a possibility. Thomas, sat him up in the booth. You got a coffee.
Yeah.
P2, man. Almost was able to do it again. The late race in that restart. Talk about that restart.
He did what he tried to do last week, but actually was able to do it this time. He was able to bunch us up. And so I ran right into the back of him. I couldn't dive down and blitz him like I did last week. And I was a little bit tight, so
yeah,
said really nothing.
I was talking to him about that. He said on the long runs it wasn't too bad up front. I guess there wasn't really no car, with dealing that. But being in second place, you probably had even though street stocks had a little bit of error, I'm sure the car just kept getting tighter and tighter as the race went on.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part there, until that second last caution, I was in no man's land. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't tight, wasn't loose, but wasn't perfect, if that makes sense.
Either way, man, this is good news for you because this is setting you up good for the next round already, even though we still got 2 more races left in this one. But either way, second place finish, not bad at all. Shout out to all that you want to give
out. None at the moment. Just you guys for putting on the league.
Hey, good job, dude. Go out there next week, see if you can get it done.
What is next week, anyways?
We go dirt racing, actually.
Is it Llama Land?
Llama Land, yes.
That is my favorite dirt track, so should be good there.
You're going to have a good chance. I don't think anybody else likes it. So,
well, I'll say this. My first ever time I raced Lima Land in the dirt street stocks, I raced against Tanner Berryhill and Matt DiBenedetto, and I was running third. I was running behind them, watching them, like keeping up with them the entire time.
Hey, that's some good people to be following, though, especially on dirt. Like, we know Matt's pretty good at it already. So, hey, good job, that man.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we haven't talked to this man in a while, Levi Allen. Good to see you again, man. Third place tonight, making the return back tonight for the playoffs, finishing third. Not too bad, actually, for you sitting out of street stock for a while.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks.
How's it feel to come in here, especially at Bristol? We know you're a short track guy anyway, but it's got to feel nice to come in here and still be able to run, up front. Actually, it looked like you had a chance. You did take a 2-tire stop. Do you regret doing that or no? Or do you still think it was the right call? It looked like you got a little loose up in the marbles.
I think it was the right call. I was afraid for how far back I was pitted. I was going to lose some spots.
Makes
so I
point.
Decided to just get 2 tires. I was surprised I was holding off Joe for a little bit on the high side. I didn't think that was going to work.
Yeah, he was talking about it. He was surprised how well 2 tires worked. He was talking about how well that you actually did holding him off up there with just 2 tires. Man, playoffs are, now in full force, I guess we could say. You come in here and finish third. That's got to be pretty good, I feel like, to help gain some spots possibly for the second round, even though we still got a couple weeks left before that.
I wasn't even sure if I was in the playoffs or
You
the
are.
chase or whatever.
You are in the playoffs, which is always a good thing, I guess.
Yep.
Either way, man, good to see you again. Good run tonight. Congratulations on third. You want to give shout-outs or anything?
I gotta give a shout out to Rad Plus Plus, but it's not in my car. I don't know why I'm a pain. And I'd like to give a shout out to my dad who's watching right now. Thanks for watching. Shout out to you, Trackside Race Network, for broadcasting the race. Todd for doing the league.
Hey,
And, yeah.
good job, man. It's always fun to watch you race short tracks. Like I told you before, one of the best I've seen do it.
Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. There you go. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I don't know why Levi's surprised. It sounded like he was surprised when I said that. I've known Levi now for about a year. A little bit over a year. I like Levi. He's a really good guy, really fast guy. So he does finish in P3 here tonight. And actually, there is his car. It's not supposed to be that, though. I don't really know why it's showing that car, but it is supposed to be Rad Plus Plus, his sponsor. But anyway, guys, hope everybody enjoyed the race after a wild race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We will be live tomorrow night. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all have a great night. Take care and God bless.